110-108 Celtics escape a pesky Raptors team on a Xavier Tillman game winner. Of course, we all saw that coming. How you doing, Jake?
Tillman!
Tilly.
Game winner.
Yeah.
Again. Another one.
Yeah.
This one's even bigger. Preseason fourth game than it was to end the Sacramento Kings' hopes of trying to make the playoffs at the time.
Yeah.
If
I
I
believe
remember
so.
correctly.
Yeah.
Tillman kind of went off late in this game. Hit the big three, had the late shot clock like crossover to the rim, and then hits the floater to ice it and send the Celtics to the regular season.
Thankfully,
Yeah.
mercifully sending us to the regular season. Yeah, man, like if that version of Tillman when their subs came in and they didn't have any of their starters in is like some semblance of the version we can get out of him. And I don't expect him to like go off for 10 points or whatever it was
The
in
fourth
fourth
quarter.
quarters, but like looking comfortable dribbling and gathering on his way to the rim and like making some in between and floater stuff is I think really, really key for him to be a useful offensive player because I know he hit the three, but he's not going to be a 3-point shooter. Or like
Well,
I don't think we can bank on him being a 3-point shooter. So he's got to figure out other ways to contribute offensively. And he does kind of have like some ball skills. And man, yeah, that gather was nasty.
bro, dude. Oh well, okay. I was on the How About Them Celtics pregame show, and if you remember, me and Jack Simone had a bet on Xavier Tillman 3-point shooting last year, which I won. A revised number for this season.
Okay.
Over under 34.5%. Where you going, over or under?
Under.
Well, me too. And if it goes under, then Jack Simone owes us $100 at the tables in Vegas in 2026.
Hell yeah.
So,
All right.
we'll be tracking that one all year long. But yeah, he physically looks like a different guy. That's for sure. He had a nice switch possession on. I forget who it was now. This wasn't paying.
Was it Shed?
Attention. It may have been Shed, who not the most dynamic offensive player in the world, but he's definitely moving way better than he was last year, and that's all we can really hope for. I feel like, and if he can do that, then he can start to unlock. He's like somewhat skilled for a big man. He can do a little bit. The floater range has actually always been his thing. It's just like it's hard to unlock that if you're not able to move and get to space and stuff like that. So Tillman, the hero, he can move again. How exciting.
Yeah. And I think the big thing for me is like it seems like he's rebounding the ball a lot better so far the preseason too. Like last year we could not get a rebound when he was on the court, and that tends to be a problem when your center doesn't help with rebounding. I still don't believe in Tillman double big lineups. Like I really think he has to be the center, and then you've got like Hugo or Minot out there with him. But yeah, man, like I think overall this has been an encouraging preseason for Tillman. I still don't really know what to expect from him. Like when we traded for him from Memphis, I was like, this dude had like legitimate playoff games against Anthony Davis. And I'm not sure if that guy still exists, but like we just need him to be better than Luka Garza. And frankly, that's a pretty fucking low bar in my opinion.
Not the best Luka Garza game, I'd say.
I can't do it, Jake. I cannot do it.
I got bad news. You will have to do it at least a little bit. Maybe not too much though.
Yeah.
Maybe not too much. He does look like the fourth big right now, Luka Garza, I would say, behind Nimi, who, we're going to do a full preseason recap on tomorrow's pod with Ben as well. So we'll just kind of talk about tonight's game. But Cater finally turning up today for the C's in a bit of a kind of quiet preseason. But tonight plays 21 minutes, 12 rebounds. A bunch of them were defensive rebounds. He was good tonight, I thought.
Yeah, I thought like most impressively, I've been really watching his defense in the preseason, especially pick and roll defense and his help defense. I thought he was awesome tonight defensively. Like maybe the best I've ever seen him play defensively. His rotations were on point. He had some shit guys made in his face that I thought was just super unlucky. Like he had multiple really, really great contests where he had to like help at the rim and then dart out to the 3-point shooter, and he got there. And man, dudes were just making shots. But like I thought his drop defense, he was awful the previous couple of preseason games in drop.
Yes.
Like I just felt like he was, 10,000 leagues under the screen. He was just like nowhere to be found. And tonight I thought he did a much better job of staying like level to the screen, or sometimes he like one possession he like trapped, made the I think it might have been Scotty Barnes, pick up his dribble, got back to the big, cut off a driver and help, then cut off another driver and help, and then got out to a corner 3-point shooter, and the guy made it in his face. But it's like that is like Keita has never played defense like that before. So I thought he was really, really great on that end. And then offensively is just kind of is who he is, right? He had that one nice pass, but I don't really see the passing. It was, but I don't see the passing vision with Keita too much.
No, me neither. He's not Time Lord, but can he just improve the decision making a little bit?
Yeah.
And like the processing speed. Like I do think that he's a good enough passer that if he can at least process it fast enough, he can make the right read. Like I also think Luke Cornett's probably too high of a bar as far as passing goes as well. But if he can just process a little bit faster, he's just good enough. I think that was, hit the cutters. And that's definitely something that's happening, I think, this season as well. Guys cutting out of the corners. And it's a bit of an adjustment for some of the guys because they keep swinging it to guys in the corners after they are like already cut and they got to like catch the ball from behind them. But Boucher loves to do it. And that was like the Josh, that was what happened on that Keita pass, Josh Minot, who I love. But like the Keita minutes, it's probably going to be an adventure night in, night out. We're probably going to have some games where like he can't defend, and then have some nights where tonight it's like, okay, real progress. And can we just maybe see if we zoom out and we draw a line, is it slowly trending upwards in the right direction? And by the end of the season, we get to a place where we feel like, hey, this dude's going to be consistently at least in the right spots and be able to use his length, athleticism to be an average big man defender. That would be a huge win. And tonight, against the best offensive players you've played so far, technically, at least on paper, I'm not sure if that actually converted to on the court because Scotty Barnes was like horrific tonight.
He's
so was like Brandon Ingram at times. Yeah, you called. I've been more of a Scotty Barnes guy than you, but goodness gracious, I know it was their first preseason game, but tonight was like, what do you end up? 3 for 13.
He was bad, and I love to see it. Yeah, I love to see it. Yeah, I think it's kind of unfair to Keita that he's just going to be asked to play like 25, 30 minutes a night. And I just don't think that's like what he projects to be. But I think he can be an awesome 15-a-minute night type of center. And like we picked him up off the scrap heap. He got cut from the Kings, right? Like that's where we got this guy from.
They could use him.
Like, they could really use him. Well, pick and rolls with Russ, baby.
Yeah.
You gotta run those. So like I just, it's kind of unfair, I think, to ask this much out of him, but I think he's doing, I think he's going to have a pretty damn good year. And yeah, you're right. Like there's going to be some abomination games. Like, I don't know if he can play against like Indiana, right? Like a team who's just going to run and pick and roll. But nonetheless, like the fact that he is in the conversation of being like a solid big man in the NBA is a massive win for Brad Stevens finding him. So should we talk about Baylor next?
We could do Baylor. I said we need to make sure we talk about Jalen. I was just thinking. As far as like,
good call. Go for it.
Leaves the game first quarter after grabbing his hamstring. They listed it as tightness, which is just like cope labeling for pulled his hamstring. Hopefully I'm wrong, but like muscle strains are just kind of like a minimum of 2 weeks, especially when it comes to hamstrings. We just saw Christian Gonzalez for the Patriots miss like 2 months. They can be really tricky. Muscle, like calves, hamstrings. You hate to see it, man, just because This team, I think, is going to be fun. I have one takeaway from the preseason. Is I think this team, at a minimum, is going to be fun night in, night out. I'm not really, I don't feel that different about my prediction of 39 wins, but like, um, whether they go a few over or around that, they're going to be fun night in, night out, but they're going to be significantly less fun and struggle significantly to reach 41, 42 wins if Jaylen Brown's out. Now, hopefully it's just 2 weeks because then he only misses 1 week of the regular season. But just kind of took the air out a little bit of the season.
Yeah, man. And like I thought JB looked really good to start this game tonight too. Like he had that one really nice layup, the right-hand layup where he got all the way downhill and it was like the classic JB is healthy, explosive first step and then like off of 2 feet just glides to the rim. And I think the thing that concerns me the most with these like soft tissue injuries is they just kind of like can sometimes just nag and nag and nag for like an entire season almost if you don't take care of it up front. So like I suspect it'll be like a month, unfortunately. I mean, assuming that's like a legitimate like hamstring injury and not actually just tightness. So and like that sucks. And yeah, like this team is pretty bad without Jaylen Brown.
In trouble.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're gonna be in trouble.
Maybe Derek White is just an all-star. I mean, just before in the chat is convinced he's fine. That's possible, but
yeah,
I don't know if you watched the Warriors Timberwolves series in game 1 where Steph was kind of running around and then like grabbed his hamstring. That's the exact same thing that happened to Jaylen Brown just now. Like tightness is not the same. Like it's tightness is just my hamstring is a bit sore and we're going to call it tight and not sore because I feel it makes me feel better. Hopefully I'm wrong. I would much rather watch Jaylen Brown play next week than not watch him play next week. But like, it's kind of just how it goes. And Derek White, get ready to learn high usage, buddy, because how many threes did he get up today? He got up 17 threes. That doesn't feel like it's going to be out of the ordinary. No. He straight up might have to lead the NBA in 3-point attempts. And he might make 35% of them because he's that good at shot making at this point. Like 33 points on 23 shots. Pretty fucking good. And then 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 blocks with only 1 turnover. That's great. That's like a Tatum stat line.
Yeah, dude. Derek was absurd tonight. Like, he's so good. His jumper, like, it is crazy that he just came to Boston and all of a sudden was like Klay Thompson shooting threes. It's a very great development. And like the trigger is so quick and he gets so balanced. Like he gets his feet sorted out and gets his like weight over his feet so perfectly every time. Like he's at the point now where I think every open one's going in. And that is like the last level of elite 3-point shooting. But yeah, like he was like top 20, I think, in 3-point rate last year. Might have been like top 15. Yeah, he's going to be top 3. It's going to be him and LaMelo duking it out for who's taking more threes per 36 minutes. And like, they're good shots when it's Derek taking them. Like he can now, out of the pick and roll, generate pull-up threes that are mostly open or decent shots. And he does that little behind the back where he creates some space. So Derek was just phenomenal. Like as the first option, he was just so damn good all night, man. And like defensively was everywhere too. He was like defending the rim nonstop, like covering for some of our lesser defensive players. Like he was crazy, dude. It was amazing.
We throw the word culture around. Derek White was busting his balls in a preseason game as an NBA champion who was like a high-level player on that team. Like, he's just 31 years old. He has been like one of the guys on a team that has won 57, gone to the finals, conference finals, won a championship. And this dude's like collecting 4 blocks in a preseason game against Toronto Raptors. Like, that means something. Like the team will be bought in. This team's going to play hard night in, night out. And it's very cool to me to see a guy like Derek White lead the way with that type of effort. Peyton Pritchard, by the way, couldn't make a shot to save his life, which is very weird to see. It honestly made me feel better at my own 3-point shooting ability because like if Peyton Pritchard can shoot that bad, then like I'm allowed to shoot that bad on some nights, but the playmaking, I think he's going to be awesome this year. Like he's just the handle, and like the strength to get into guys' bodies and his collapse dudes. He had one play where he found Gaza for a little floater. He's just kind of relentless at getting to spots. But yeah, I think Pritchard's going to be great, and then we can get to Baylor.
Okay, yeah. I think like Pritchard at times in the past, I think partially or mostly due to his size, would rush himself when he got into the lane. It was like worried about turning it over. He is so patient, and like the tempo that he attacks in the paint with just keeps guys off guard, which allows him then to use his strength and create more space. Like, and he's just seeing passes he wasn't seeing his first few years in the NBA. And now he's creating enough space and forcing help enough that like he's just generating more 2-on-1s where he's creating open looks for other guys. Yeah. Yeah. I think there's that like dump off over the top pass to Luka Garza was a crazy pass. Like, and he's just hitting corner shooters nonstop. He looks like a legitimate primary ball handler. I don't really know where this is going with him. But it's going to be fun. Him and Derek are going to be so awesome to watch all season together. And I think they kind of play off each other, and they both play hard as hell defensively too. So weird game from Pritchard, but this is kind of like an awesome development. It's like he's not making shots, so he's just going to go out there and get double-digit assists, which is like, oh shit, okay, we got a dude now.
Yeah, went 1 for 11, but had 10 assists with 0 turnovers. And dude, he's just a good rebounder. How do you have? Only had 3 tonight. He's just good, man. Baylor Scheinman. And maybe we'll save everybody else because we're just doing instant reactions tonight. You know, we'll get to Simons tomorrow. But Baylor Scheinman. Team worst? No, not team worst. So Hugo was somehow a team worst. I thought Hugo was good tonight. -9 for Baylor. 0 for 3 from 3. And I think like the shot that stuck out to me in transition, he just pulls up from like 29 feet. And I see in the Discord, who's the Baylor defender, was like, actually, it was a good shot because it was a 3-on-1, and then we got the offensive rebound. That is almost worse than hearing about Doncic fans telling me they're funneling guys towards the rim because he can't stay in front of anybody. He's behind Hugo so easily in the rotation now. Like, how could you justify sending Hugo to Maine when he's better than Baylor already?
Yeah, look, I don't want to put too much stock into the preseason, but like from the day Baylor was drafted, I was like, let's pump the brakes, okay? Like this dude is the 30th pick in the draft. He might very well be good, but like he has some legitimate athleticism deficit. Like there's just no way around it. And he had the ball so much in college. Like he was just able to do whatever the hell he wanted at all times at Creighton. And like it can be hard for some guys to like scale down. Like some dudes just need the ball in their hands a lot to be the best version of themselves. And it's just not going to happen for Baylor. So that was always like Hauser played the same way offensively in college that he does in the NBA. Just like, movement shooter. That's going to translate where a dude who's like almost the nominal point guard now has to be turned into like a stationary shooter that he occasionally like maybe gets to drive to the rim. But like it's not even so much as like, okay, he's missing shots. Like he just looks disengaged, especially tonight. I thought he looked totally disengaged. He's like all over the place defensively, getting blown by, not like zero effort in what is like a tie game. I know it's the preseason, but like everybody's out there playing hard. And I really didn't think he was. I mean, he had like one steal in the front court. That was kind of cool. But he like lost battle completely. And I know the dude pulled up from 32 feet, but like what Scal said, he's like, he can shoot. This guy can shoot. Like there's no reason. And they're down 3. like get out to him. And if he drives by you to the rim, fine. That's no big deal. So he just seemed totally disengaged to me, and he's just behind everything. And I like, this was always my concern with him is like, I'm not sure the role he will need to play is suited for him. So I've got some serious concerns. And the true problem is that he is 3 years older than Josh Minot. Like, if he's just not good now, it's like over, basically. You know what I mean? So I'm still holding out hope. It's preseason. He's had some moments in the preseason, but like, this was a horrible showing for him.
Has he had some moments in the preseason? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Like, and what's funny is when he's been asked to have the ball more, it's also gone very poorly.
Yeah.
So it's like he has to make shots, and he just still cannot put the ball in the basket. Let's see if I can pull up the preseason stats for Baylor Schreiman here.
Yeah. So the Memphis game, he ended 3 of 13, but I felt like he was gunning in that fourth quarter when it was basically a pickup game. I thought when he played with the actual other starters and stuff, I thought he looked fine. I thought he looked pretty decent in that game.
That's fair. Ends the preseason. Coming into tonight, he was shooting 22% from the field, 23% from three, and he just went 0 for 3 from the field. It's just like,
not going to help.
He's not an NBA player if he can't shoot. That's for sure. Because you're right about the athleticism stuff. He's just limited. Yeah, maybe he should have, it's okay for the transition three to have been taken. But why did he have to take it from 4 feet behind the 3-point line?
Yeah.
And the shot, the way that he's carrying himself out there just doesn't feel like, we talked about what Derek White was doing, hustle wise, effort wise. It's like you need to be doing that, and he did get on the floor again tonight. But yeah, then you lose the guy at the end of the game to tie it up. It's like, how can I justify giving you minutes? You're 6 years older than Hugo, and Hugo's fucking bowling, just bowl like. And Walsh didn't do anything tonight either. So, like, I can understand being frustrated with Walsh, but, like, he's also 3 years younger and I thought, has flashed a little bit more, at least in the summer league and in that before he got injured in the first preseason game. Even today, he was quick. Walsh was quick to trigger on his corner threes, had a nice rebound. I love watching the athleticism of Walsh, Minot, and Hugo out there. It really feeds into the identity of this team.
Yeah, dude. I actually, Walshy was very quiet tonight. Now, I'm not going to say he had a good game, but I think defensively, he looked really, really comfortable to me in a way. Like last year, I know we were talking about, like, it's kind of worrying how lost he looks and that he's getting blown by guys. He did a really good job on Scotty Barnes on multiple possessions. I thought like his rotations were really, really good. It seems to me like on the defensive side, he's really figured out kind of what his jobs are. And he's doing a lot better job not lunging in. Like, he's only played 2 games in the preseason, but can you remember him taking a dumb foul? Because he would have like 3 of those a game and he'd only get 10 minutes, So I feel like he's just calmed himself down defensively and doing an excellent job and letting his length and athleticism kind of speak for themselves on that end. And that is a huge benefit, right? Like, because Baylor, part of the problem too is he is bad defensively. So he has to be really good offensively to make up for it. Whereas like Walsh, you just got to kind of make some corner threes if he keeps defending like this. And great point, like the quick trigger, he's catching and he's firing. And like he bricked the shit out of a corner 3 today, but he like no dipped it and shot it really quick. And it's
the other one went in and out there. It was like it rattled, it almost dropped. Yeah. But yeah. Walsh, I like, you're right about the job and how like the bar for success feels easier for him to get to. Because in theory, Baylor's the better shooter, but we're like still yet to see it. And all Walsh needs to do is be able to be like passable on catch and shoot threes, and just the athleticism and the tools alone are going to make him like easily better than Baylor. So yeah, bro, I don't know how you can justify giving Baylor minutes at this point. Over any of these guys. And it's like, okay, well then what's the point of the 25-year-old going down to Maine?
Yeah, there's very little point.
Yeah.
One quick thing on that big 3 Tillman hit in crunch time. that was off of Walshy left
Mm,
hand drive, one hand lefty kick out, which I was
yep.
like, oh, okay, that's a little different. So yeah. I mean, I think Minot is, I think,
Oh,
clearly ahead of all
yeah.
three of those guys, like far and away, not far and away, but clearly like the
He's
first
the
of that group
yeah.
by far. Yeah. And then like I think you could make an argument for Walshy just because I think his floor might be a little higher than Ugo, but
Mm,
I think the ceiling is lower. So it's like those two virtual tie. And then I think it's a pretty significant step down to Baylor right now. That will probably change multiple times throughout the season. But yeah, like, and to your point, those guys are all 3 to 4 to 5 years younger than him. So it makes way more sense to invest these developmental minutes in a year without Jason Tatum in some combination of those three guys. So I don't know. There is no justification unless you think like, well, the shooting will come around. But couldn't you say the same about like
all of
Baylor
them.
has a longer yeah, exactly. All of them. Like Baylor's a longer history of making shots, but sometimes it doesn't translate to the NBA, and I hope it does, but
Yeah. Ugo's
not
shot
looking good.
looks good, man. Like he's just taking the catch and shoot threes. The form's like tight. That's the thing. Baylor's shot looks disgusting. Obviously, he has the ability to make them, but yeah, man. We'll get into it more
Yeah.
tomorrow. And thanks for staying up with us, Spoonie. Thank God the game didn't go to overtime. Thank you,
It'd
Tillman.
be brutal day in the office for me tomorrow. But yeah, let's wrap it up. And yeah, like Jake said, we are going live 8:30 tomorrow night. Hopefully the three of us, that is the intent. So we are out. Peace.